Reza Moghadam, head of the IMF's Strategy Policy and Review Department. Welcome. The 2011 Spring Meetings are taking place against the backdrop of turmoil in the Middle East, in Africa, natural disaster in Japan, and continued uncertainty in Europe. How will these events feed into the meetings?
A unique feature of these meetings is that we have representatives from everywhere in the world coming to Washington to discuss global economic issues. We will have representatives from Middle East and North Africa. We will have representatives from Japan, from Europe, from the rest of the world, where there are concerns, where there are issues. So it would provide an opportunity to discuss all of these issues and share experiences, concerns, solutions, hopefully.
Will the vexed issue of global imbalances be discussed by policymakers, do you think?
I'm certain it will be discussed. As you know, the fund has been expressing views, concerns about global imbalances even before the financial crisis. And in our multilateral products, in VOGFSR, in bilateral surveillance, these have been a key issue. And I am certain they will be discussed again during these meetings. And also, a feature of these meetings is that the G20 will also take place here at the fund just before the IMFC, and this is one of the key issues that they will have on their agenda. And I am hopeful that they will make progress, particularly in the context of the mutual assessment process that they have put together to address this very issue.
And do you expect further discussion of capital controls now that the IMF has made clear that they are part of the toolkit?
Given the recent discussions, given the progress that we have made, the fact that the fund has come up with a framework to analyze these issues and help policymakers to respond to these issues, I think is a major step forward. They will be part of the toolkit going forward, and certainly will be a feature of the discussions in the coming week here.
You mentioned reform in the international monetary system and some of the other issues. What are the issues that are on the table, and how will they be debated here at the meetings?
I expect that there will be discussions on four aspects of this. First, the issue that we discussed earlier, global economic cooperation. I think that is key in resolving some of the protracted problems that the global economy faces. Secondly, the issue we touched on earlier, framework for capital flows, both in terms of the recipients and in terms of the sources of the flows. Another issue where I think the institution has made a lot of progress, but there is certainly willingness to consider more initiatives, is the fact that global financial safety net needs to be improved. And finally, the very difficult issue of the diversity of reserve assets and the role of SDRs. I expect that there will be discussion on all of these issues.
Should we expect any big decisions, though, coming out of the meetings?
I think we have to bear in mind that the global economy is very fragile. There are policy initiatives that are needed across a very broad array of issues and across the global economy, across all the countries. So one cannot expect that there will be one big decision that would resolve the problems that the global economy faces right now. What is important and critical for resolving these issues, problems, is global economic cooperation and dialogue. And that is what the meetings are all about.